students here on free play carrying, and we're going to do I'll do some demonstrations, and then we're going to do some practice together. And by the end of this session, hopefully everyone will be able to carry 3 plates, deliver them to the table, and clear them as well. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me. Welcome. If you could all just say your name to the camera. This beautiful. Yes. Thanks, guys. How we feel about the recording forms? Great. At the end of the session, I'll give you a feedback form as well. If you could just give me some feedback on what did you learn? Do you think we could do something differently? How did I go? And if you have any kind of comments, you can put that as well at the bottom. Yeah. So today we're going to be doing 3 plate carrying. Has anyone done 3 plate carrying before? Yes. Okay, great. That's good. Where have you done yours? When I was working as a trader. Okay, good. Yep. And was it common practice for boys to use 3 plates? When it was busy, yeah. Yeah. Why? What's the benefit? Getting the orders out to the tables quicker. Yep. More efficient. Yep. Totally. Keeping that space, transition space between the kitchen more clear if you can. Yeah, great point. So what he's talking about there is the path. So where the kitchen put the food up, it can be sometimes laid out, and it takes up a lot of space. So if we can only take 1 or 2 dishes in each hand, it's going to take us more time to get back and forward to the table, but also taking up space where the chefs might be needing to put another tablespoon. So yeah, there's a lot of benefits. It helps when we're clearing as well. Once you can kind of get that feel, there's a couple of techniques I'll show you. Once you get the feel for it, and then you can clear maybe a table of 3. We're going to just use empty plates today. Afterwards, if you want to keep practicing, we can maybe put some things on it and see how you go with balance. But it also will help you clear plates. So if you think about like a fine dining restaurant, we are coming around and we're clearing and picking up the plates from each person. We're not coming and just putting a stack and carrying them away. So it does use different parts of your body that you might not be used to. It will use your bicep, which we all kind of use all the time. But it's going to use your forearm muscles a bit too in a funny way. So I'll explain that as I demonstrate the different holds and where you might feel it. But the purpose is exactly that, to work as a team or work on your own. So if I have a table of 4, which is what we've got today, so we've got 2 side dishes. I can carry 3 plates, go back to the kitchen, get the 4th plate for the guests, and 2 side dishes in 1 run, or 2 runs, sorry. It's good to use a buddy system as well. So in the restaurant, we might do certain signals. We might say, hey, can you help me? Might do this, which means I need your hands. And then you'll come in, and we know we can do even a large table. Or 3 people, we can do 9 plates, and then it's obviously what's to the service. Yeah? So there's it's a great skill, whether you're working in fine dining or not. It is a great skill to have. Even at home, it's impressive. If you're going out to a food court and you're getting a bunch of food and they don't have those big trays, now you can do that and show off in front of your family and friends. A bit of show off. So I love that. Right? Anyway, so there's 2 kind of classic styles. You can have different, but I'm just going to show you the 2. So this one is 3 fingers at the back there of the plate and 2 on the front. Okay, that's how we're going to lock it in. Everyone's hands will be a bit different. It feels a bit funny to hold it first. We're going in our left hand. Does anyone know why we put them in our left hand first? Correct. We're serving from the right. So we're going to have 2 plates here and we can serve. Yeah. So the first hold is 3 underneath, 2 on top. And then my second plate of food is going to come, and it's actually resting on 3 points. Okay, it looks quite flat. That's so we don't spill any food. It's not overlapping, so it's not kind of ruining any presentation. We're not bending it, although it might feel comfortable. Obviously, the food will fall off. So we're using the part of our thumb here, the base muscle, I guess, our pinky finger and our wrist here, or a forearm. So those 3 touch points is what's going to hold it and give you grip. A lot of people might start off by putting it back here, and you can get away with a little bit of balance there. But imagine it's a hot plate that's going to hurt you. Imagine there's sauce on there, or maybe bits of small cylindrical items that might fall off. So it's important to have a very strong hold. Once you feel that, posture is important in the restaurant, and always looking forward, not down at your plates, because if something moves, you will start to move with it, which we don't want. And also, just check the recording. It's still going. Yep. So the screen just went black. And it's always obviously important to look where we're going. If a guest is coming, the guest takes preference. So we will be able to stop, let them go on. If we're waiters, we'll always allow the person with the food to take preference. Okay. So once you've got that kind of comfortable feeling, that's the first step, and you're off and away. Okay. I find that the easiest version, there's another one as well, which is your pointer finger, index finger, and your thumb will grip the plate like a frisbee. Okay, just like that, and then these three will stand up. And again, using three touch points here, here, and here, we're going to rest it on like so. It just depends how you feel. Okay, so you can try both, and then again, we're off and away with our three plates. Once we've got our three plates, we are serving from the right. We try to say what the dish is. Okay, try and think of something, but if you can't, that's okay. Everyone can have the same thing. Someone says, excuse me, sir, your medium rare sirloin. Excuse me, sir, your chicken sandwich. Excuse me, sir, your barramundi. I'll be right back with your bolognese. Always walking in a clockwise motion. Can come back. If I can approach from the side, I might read the exception, so I don't have to unnecessarily walk around the whole table. Okay, but we generally always will follow that pattern, because if I'm doing three plates and I do have a buddy behind me, I don't want to put my three plates down and then turn around into my buddy. So if we're always following that clockwise motion, continuing walk around back to the kitchen or to the bar or to the service area, everyone's going to be staying safe. Okay? So that's kind of what we're going to do there. I can help you, but at first I want to see just the three plates. If you're feeling confident, the littler plates are a bit harder, and bowls are harder again. Okay? So these plates are quite good. They've got a ridged edge, so they give you a little bit of grip, which is great. But if you've been to some fancy restaurants, the plates are very hard. And so this is a good skill to practice now. If you go and get a job in the industry and they're funny plates, they're really big or they're really heavy. Some plates we call UFO plate. Anyone's seen them? They're beautiful. They're really big lid and with like a kind of ball, looks like a UFO, but not flying around up that way, upside down. They're beautiful and they have little bits of food in the middle. Might not have lots, but they're quite heavy and they're quite awkward. So you do need to adjust your grip. Okay. Awesome. Any questions about the three plates? Oh, do you need me to show you the technique again? Makes sense. It's fairly simple, I think. Do you want to go first, seeing as you've done it? So just to show you as well, I'll quickly do a clear. Again, with the clearing. Practice bending with your knees and you're getting closer. If you reach like this, the first plate's okay. But as we've got our second plate, the food or plates or cutlery, things will fall off. Okay? So you come around, bend your knees. It's always nice to just excuse yourself. Coming in. And once we've cleared, they're going to come on top. Okay. Once you've got a lot of confidence, you can start cleaning cutlery or whatever, and then empty plate. Full plate, scrape it, empty plate. Next one's ready. Does that make sense? Yeah. Like I said, it's tempting to always come that side. If the guest has done this and pushed it a little bit to the other side, they know we're coming in from the right hand side every time. It's not rude to say, they might help you, push it to you. Okay, I'm always trying to speak in the same way, and then I can go back to the kitchen. All right, let's see. I'm going to be the camera. Stuff. Um, your it's, I think, really important as well, like you've done there. If we can't carry the whole table's plate, just communicate to the guest. I'll be right back with yours. Just to save them going, you forgot mine. I didn't know you're going back, but always tell the guests. It's a good opportunity as you go back to the kitchen to also ask if there was anything else. People have now had a chance to see what the food looks like and might have been maybe hesitating to get a side dish, some chips, something like that. They might say, actually, we will get those chips. So there's a good opportunity to do that too. On your way back in, you can tell the chef, bring the food out and let them know it'll be about 5 minutes. Is everyone finished with their meals? Yeah, beautiful. All right, if you want to clear that, great. Thank you. Sure. Yeah, yeah. Excuse me, so here. Very good.
There's the night color.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, it's focus. I think got it.
okay, we've just noticed that as the laptop screen goes down, the recording stopped. So you might have to patch a few together, but continue on and try and keep an eye on that. All right, who would like to go next? You can sit paper up if you want. We can get to that. Okay. How do you feel? Do you need a little bit of help?
I'll ask you.
Just with that pinky, yeah, bring it a little. There you go. Great. And I know it's hard because you're focusing on the hold, but try not to lift it too high up as well. Imagine there's sauce, so you want to keep it kind of flat, right? That's perfect. Yeah.
I'll be right back with your order.
Oh, thank you.
Or Caesar salad.
Oh, beautiful. That's great. Awesome. Thank you, sir. Mm. Wish I got a chicken burger. Awesome. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Great. Thank you. Are you going to yeah. Thank you.
I can just
Finish there. Yes, thank you. So very quickly during the service, if the guests don't know you're coming from right, they'll start to feel it, right? And it makes sense. They watch you come around and they're not guessing who's getting their plate taken next. They know who's going to go. Right? And so if something's a bit hard, just to keep it, yeah. If they know that there's a lot of plate waste, or maybe they've kind of been talking like this, they know, oh, not everyone, but a lot of people will see it because they don't. No one really wants you in their personal space. Most people don't. That's it. Good job. Very well. All right. Who's next? All right. Musical chairs. All right. How do you feel? Confident?
yeah, I think I like it. Oh, it's that one, right?
It is. Good point. Yeah. Like you said, that was super good. Great. So it can hang over. What's important is that it's not dipping in, right? And again, if you've got a steak, it's going to sit quite flat. If you've got something like maybe a fish or something that's been built up, we don't want it touching for lots of reasons. That's where our hands are holding the plate. Also, obviously, the chefs have made it look beautiful. Something that's really hard is if people does anyone know what a croquette is? Yeah, so croquettes are like a round kind of rice or something. Anyway, deep fried. They're delicious, but chefs will tend to stack them up because they look beautiful stacked up, but they roll. And as soon as you take them out of the kitchen, you'll see them rolling around your plate. Yeah, that looks really good, really steady. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that's great. Hold. Lovely. There we go. Sorry, let's just have a bathroom. Good morning. Oh, perfect timing. See? That's you. Is your chicken sizzle? I'll be right back with you. Did you just want to get some veggies to share? Oh, sure. Yeah. Excuse me, wait, we please get a bowl of vegetables and maybe a side salad as well. A side salad, yeah. Yeah, coming right up. Thank you. Just in the middle. Thank you. A bowl of salad. Oh, thank you very much. Awesome. Everyone's picking it up pretty quickly, so I think we can add these, right? So I'm just going to quickly show you how to then pick up these, and then you can give it a try. So I've got some side plates. Now the best thing to do when you approach a table is still stick to that clockwise motion. But you're going to pick up the plate that has the most plate weights. So if someone's had a T-bone steak, there's some bones like someone didn't really, maybe they had a pasta, didn't really want that much. Whatever you've got most of is where you want to start, okay, because that's going to be our base plate. So let's say I start over here. Okay, can I finish that? Yep. Okay. How was it? It was pretty good. Yes. I'm going to come around and get everyone's main dish first. So you're finished? Yes. How was yours? Good. Excuse me. Okay. And then come back around. And now, because they're in the middle, I can reach in from any angle. Okay. Because I'm already at this position, I'll take them here and then going to go on our top plate. Okay. And then reach in. There we go. And reach in again. And you can keep stacking as much as you hold. It's important to know your limits. And what I would suggest is this plate is where we're going to feel it more than in our bicep, which we will use. Everyone looks a strong hand. The biceps can hold a lot. But that forearm muscle is what will get tired. The best to just kind of practice that. If you can do all those plates, you're in a good start, and then off to the kitchen. Do you want to try and do all of them? Great. Yep. So is everyone finished? Yeah, thank you. You all enjoy your meal? It's so full. Is it? Thank you. I did not need those vegetables. Remember, use your knees, bend in. Yeah, that gives you a lot more reach there. Okay, great job. Will you be able to do all of them? Yep. Yeah. Yep. All right. Great work. You. Okay. We'll start with the three main ones. Really good. Ready? Really good. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I went to the bathroom again. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be right back. Great. Same as last week. Thank you. And you can get the side dishes with that. Okay. So what I'm going to try and show you is it is a little bit. I think it's still okay, but we're going to want to place the guest's food down first and the side dishes after that. Okay. So for this one, it's a little bit of a cheat because we're going to come from the side here. But again, it's okay because you know you're the last person to be serving something on the table, so you don't have to worry about someone coming behind you. And we're able to come in here. Some tables we won't be able to. Some tables that are stuck against a wall, maybe there's a hot lamp, you have to reach, you have to adjust. But the rule of thumb, always clockwise. Okay. So this is the first plate you're going to put down. So it's actually going to be the last plate you pick up. Does that make sense? So with the little ones, give it a try with the little one. Lock it in. And one on top. How does that feel? Is that a little bit more awkward or is that okay? It looks good. It's great. Great. But they are a little bit smaller. It doesn't have as much weight. Okay. And then you can pop that one up straight there and then down in the middle. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. Can I just have a little bit of yours? Awesome. That's a little bit. Finish it. You're not getting dessert. Okay. Okay. We're all done. Okay. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not going to finish that last bit. You can have that if you want. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Good job. All right. Good work, guys. So that is the basics. And then we can add to that with different plates. We can add to that with food. I like to use lemons, things like that, that roll around, right, to really test your balance. That was really good. Everyone's posture was great. Reaching down, and even just those little things of saying it as you place the food, and it might feel funny, but it's really, it adds to the experience. So not just throwing food in front of them. Sometimes people don't know what the food is, right? They might not know. It might be in their head. They have a picture of something. As you place it down, they might think, oh, I don't think that's my dish. But it's always good to kind of use the keyword at the base of the dish, like you all did. Someone might order a steak. Someone might order a steak sandwich. Make it a bit confused. So it's always good to see a place. Yeah, really good. So to finish up, what sort of things do you think would be uh, issues when doing that? Is there anything that comes to mind that might be hard when you're doing a three-plate carry? Oh, different orders, yeah, that's a good point. So it's important to know who's having what before we go out there. Sometimes the plate will be funny, so we'll have to adjust and say, you know what, I can't carry that position one, so I'm going to have to start with position two. As long as we're communicating that, knowing where everyone is, I know I'm going to walk past, got a buddy, I'll say, I'm going to miss position one and go to two, come around and start, and obviously following. Yeah, that's a good one. What's another foot traffic? Foot traffic, yeah. So being, like I said, keeping posture and looking up is really important. Um, when we are also placing our food, it's important that we're not coming across with our hands out there like that because people could be walking past. Now, if we're waiters, we'll be maybe a little bit uh, preempting that, but guests won't. So it's important to keep everything nice and close, not on top of the guest as well. Yeah. Anything else do you think? It's a really good point. So if there is a wall, if for some reason you can't follow around, you just have to kind of adapt on the day or in the service, communicating. It's not quite, it's not a very good etiquette to say, excuse me, can you give that to this guy? Right? We will, as the waiter, always try and do as much as we can. Right? But I might say, excuse me, sir, just reach past you. Okay, so communicating that. If there's a wall there and a wall here, and I'm coming from that side, so let's say we're sitting at a wall here, the table's quite tight, I can reach in and reach past. Excuse me, guys. People again are more likely to help. Sometimes the plates are hot, but if I can only get in the middle here, then I can do that as well. Okay? You can adjust it, but if we've got open space like this, we want to stick to that routine. I think the last thing I want to say is that there's a lot of heat on the plates sometimes. So for the guests, it's important if you've got a hot plate, just be careful that it's hot. But it also can. I said leaning at the end might hurt, but it can still like quite hot on your hands there. So we do something, if you've never seen it, we use something called a service cloth. So that service cloth protects us. It also stops us from leaving any oily fingerprints on our plates. But that's something that takes a bit more practice. So I think in a couple of days as we keep practicing these kind of skills over the classes, you'll then feel quite confident. We'll try with some lemon, and then you can try with the service cloth and feel the difference. Beautiful. Any questions about that? No, I think you've answered well. Give yourself a round of applause. Good job. Thank you all for seeing. Um, yeah. Thank you.